Hey, I'll be teaching you what I've learned today. Let's start. First of all, I learned about poor and rich mindset that you want to learn to is that the rich says I am willing to learn, and the rich says, and you should say to yourself in your mind, problems are profits. And when you are looking at something that you desire, you'll say to yourself, how can I afford it? And a thing that I learned about from Brian Tracy is is exchange your words to I wish to you'll say that I'll try. You don't say I wish because you believe that you can't afford it. That's why you are wishing things. So someone else just gave it. So you'll say I'll try. I'll try. And Brian Tracy also said, teach me in a video that I wanna teach you is that you'll always say when you wake up in the morning, say do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. I do it now. And about athleticism, I learned from a video, from few videos actually, Newton's law that you will you will apply in your life. The less you move, the less you feel like moving. When you take a rest day or a day off in your exercise, you don't feel like doing anymore. You don't feel motivated. But when you do every day, when you start your workout, you feel like doing it. When I finish my workout, I still want to do it more. It's like this. The less you move, the less you feel like moving. The more you move, the more moving you want to do. Energy feeds energy. A body at rest will remain at rest. A body in motion will stay in motion. That's why we focus on small, consistent actions. Mm, Newton's law apply to human psychology. And Jeff Bezos once said, how to manage stress, the biggest enemy of our physiology, maybe psychology as well. Stress. How to deal with stress. Jeff Bezos says that stress does not come from hard work. Stress primarily comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over. Stress comes from when you can change it, or you can do something, or you can learn, you can read a book, or anything that you can take some action and you don't take it. That when stress comes. No matter how hard work you do, stress doesn't come. Stress does not come from hard work. Stress primarily comes from not taking over something that you can have some control over. Okay? And one thing about Rockefeller, he had unbelievable self-confidence. He had unbelievable self-confidence. His letters are constantly prepared with stories of his young life. The letters he wrote, constantly stories. He always, I think, use, used storytelling of his young life. I was a poor boy, he says, I was confident that I would become the richest person in the world. When he was a poor boy, he was confident that he would become the richest person in the world. He says, I never believed that failure is the mother of success. I believe that faith is the father of success. Failure is not the mother of success, he believes. It's his philosophy is that he believes the faith is the father of success. Faith, Vishwas, is the father of success. When I face a difficult situation, I think I will win instead of I might lose. That's we learn. Write it down, guys. When I face a difficult situation, I think I will win instead of I might lose. That's you have to apply in your thinking. You all have to apply in your thinking is that you will think that you will win instead of you might lose. And that's how you shape your reality by your thinking. Okay? When I compete with people, I think I am as good as them, not I can't compete with them. So when you compete with people, you'll think that you as good as you are them, not that you can't compete with them. You are as good as them. I remind myself regularly, you are better than you think. Never sell yourself cheaply. He remind himself regularly every day basis is he is better than he thinks. Never sell yourself cheaply. Okay, he tells us that never sell ourselves cheaply. And we again hear how rich people think and how they shape their reality by thinking, by their philosophy, their point of view that you wanna apply in your life. Is that the rich says, the poor says, focus on saving every penny. The rich says, the rich think, focus on earning more. I invest in assets. I create opportunities. I take calculated risk. I take responsibility. Write it down, all of this. And another thing I learned from a movie clip is that I want to teach you as well. What's the point of fighting my way up to the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way? We face that we are working on something and someone else already have it easily. So that feelings that's about. What's the point of fighting my way up to the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way? The answer is there is always going to be someone who does things the easy way. But that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey, young warrior. Only you decide when it ends. I'll repeat again. What's the point of fighting my way up to the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way? The answer is there is always going to be someone who does things the easy way. But that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey, young warrior. Only you decide when it ends. Okay?